Oh, hello there, guys. You kind of caught me at an interesting time. I am currently in an ice bike biome. As you can see, I'm collecting some packed ice for a new build that we're going to do. Welcome to the Minecraft Let's Play. My name, of course, is System Z, and this is going to be a pretty cool episode. It's in support for the winter. But as you guys know, last episode we did the long-awaited world tour. It's good to be back. It really is. And I'm not going to lie, I've been trying to do this intro now for a couple of minutes. It feels so unnatural. I'm so used to being on Evo. But I don't know. That should be enough for now. But yeah, we are actually going to be working on something kind of new today. I think you guys are going to love it. I haven't ever done a snow project. And I know what you're thinking. What about the old project? What are you doing? Don't worry. Don't worry. We're still going to be working on that. I need a bit of a refresher. I need to make sure that I'm still good at building. So today is going to be an interesting one. Guys, I hope you do enjoy. My name is System Z. Welcome to the Minecraft Let's Play. And let's go ahead and get straight on into it.
Southerly at about 15 with gusts.
Come back. Alright guys, as you can see down here, it says Project January. Today we're going to be working on a new project, a very small one at that. Kind of more of a challenge for me. I've never really built in a snow biome, and that's what we're going to be doing today. Now I have all the resources already ready. Now I know what you're thinking, why aren't we going to work on the unnamed project? We'll get back to that. This is going to be a very small project, just kind of a refresher in a way. But I've got all the resources here. It's going to be really cool. It's themed after Christmas and Santa, but not necessarily like just decorated to the brim of Christmas stuff. I think it'll be cool. It'll be a really refreshing challenge, if you will. But guys, I hope you do enjoy today. We're actually rocking the new Minecraft textures, so it's going to be a rather interesting one because of that. I haven't really ever used those textures yet. This is going to be my first time building with them. I don't know how it'll go, but I'm sure it'll be relatively decent. All right, let's go ahead and pick this up and just get started. So what I'm going to do is kind of fly out and show you guys kind of what I'm working with here. So I found this really nice cove of ice in this center area and this little ridge, like cliff area. We're going to be building right here today. That's going to be really interesting, I think, because this is just one of those cool areas that could have a house on a hill. You know what I mean? But we'll do a little bit more than just a basic house. But anyways, let's get started. So this is actually going to be a slanted house. And I know what you're thinking. What in the world does that mean? So this is like an edge, right? It's on a slant. It's not straight. Normally people build houses like this, where it'll just be a straight wall. Instead, oh man, this is going to be weird. We are going to be building like this. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's different. That is definitely different, but I think it'll look good. So what I need to do is go ahead and find the spot. I guess we'll do that, and then do that, and then that there. So that's the first wall. And then we're going to build it up. So I'm going to go about 5 from this spot. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then build up this wall. But then what I'm going to do, instead of just keep building up this frame, is I'm actually going to build the shape first so that you can kind of get an idea of what I'm talking about here. So let me go ahead and start doing that. So I'm going to stack these up by about 2. This is actually going to go 5 blocks across, just like that. And then this one is going to go 3 blocks across. We're basically doing a literal rectangle just on a slant. Now, you've probably seen this before. I've done it in the past, actually. Hopefully it's not too new, but it's definitely different. Not a lot of people build this way. But let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. Then we're going to do a little pokey out piece here. It's just going to go out by 1 extra block and then do the same thing with 3 blocks there. And it's already confusing me, guys. That's one thing about this building style that's just too much, is it's so confusing. That is our shape. That is our shape. And I know what you're thinking. That's just not going to work. It's not going to look good. And you're right. It's not going to look good until everything is blended together. I want it to look like really good from a distance, not up close. That's the goal here. That's the challenge. I want to make a nice picture. And I don't know, maybe I can actually turn this into a legitimate painting. That would be pretty cool. But anyways, let me get this built up, and I will see you guys once I've done that. Would you just look at this snowball texture? Man, I love the new resources. Like, I don't necessarily like all of the builds or the blocks. The items are what I really like. But anyways, there it is. There's the frame. It's looking very different. And then we've got some snow, which is perfect for this. I love snow, but I hate rain. Snow is just very light and very calming. So yeah, we'll keep that on. But yeah, this is essentially what we've got. It's basically a rectangle, but slanted. And that's very abnormal for Minecraft, but if you look on a lot of your favorite servers, you may notice that their server spawns actually have slanted builds in them. They're actually really good for painting a picture as opposed to building a explorable building. Now, the thing is I do want to make this explorable, and I'm going to do everything I can in my power to make this look good, but it is going to look very different, so brace yourself. Now what I want to do is actually do the roof, and this is going to be very different. What I'm going to do is focus on one corner first, so let's actually see if we can build up here. So 1, 2, 3, and just kind of climb on up here. There we go, just like a staircase. We're actually going to do this out of red terracotta, which is going to be a little different. It reminds me of like a candy cane, and I thought that would be the perfect color for the rooftop of these buildings, except we're going to kind of mix match with another terracotta color as well. But this is the tricky part. This is 100% going to be the hard part. You actually have to make this go with the slant, which is nearly impossible, at least making it look good. So this is, hopefully I can get a good view here with the replay mod, but this is essentially what you're looking at here. And I can already tell you it's going to look terrible this way. But then, this actually might need to be one block up now that I think about it. It does. How did we do it? Actually, I think it's just like that. I think this is correct. And then, basically, you can tell I'm confused. We go across like this. And if we can make this work the first time, I won't do it all on camera. Like, no worries. It's not that big of a deal if we mess up, because I can always go back and fix it. However, I do want it to look good at the very least. So I think we did that right. So I think these are supposed to kind of go around and do these connected pieces. And then after that, it should look pretty normal. It's basically just organic shapes, which everyone knows is very hard to do. But if you can master them, it can look amazing. It can really change the level of your builds. So guys, I really encourage you to go on your single player world or a creative world if you want, and just kind of play around. See what organic shape you can come up with, whether you're building an animal or a car or, you know, even just a sphere, anything really. But yeah, so let me go ahead and continue on with this, and let's see if we can make this work. Yep, that looks extremely weird. But it works. You know what I mean? Like, it actually does not look that bad. Weird, yes. Bad, no. It makes more sense once you actually have a roof on it and everything looks normal. So this is the shape. Like, this is 100% it. The one thing I don't really like about it is that it makes it look a lot longer than it is, but overall, from a distance, it looks great, which is kind of the goal in this scenario. The challenge is to paint a picture and tell a story, not necessarily be worried about the logistics, which is totally not the right phrase to use, but that's fine. Now we need to kind of work on the side features, like a chimney or a fireplace, and then a actual like overhang here. The thing about cold areas is that you're gonna always need storage, something to kind of like a place to keep things safe and not necessarily get snow all over them, like firewood for example. So what we're gonna do is actually get a little bit of oak wood here, and let me see if I can use this here to make some fences. I rarely ever use this, so sometimes I click around and do the wrong thing, but that's fine. I think that's the fence. Right click for more. There we go. That should be enough, and then we'll need to make a little bit of half slabs, so we can do that really quickly. But man, I tell you what, the updates that are coming to this game are getting absolutely crazy. This is probably the best update we are going to have once we get the aquatic stuff. I think it's not until 1.14 though, which is kind of sad, but overall, I'm not complaining. Alright, so let's build an overhang. This is going to be around right in the middle, I think, would probably be best. Or, you know what, actually, we could do it right at about here. So we'll do it on the top and just 3 blocks across. And then in the center, we'll do that. Hopefully, this is going to end up looking decent. And then, I guess, you know what, actually, 2 blocks would have been better. So we're going to do that, and then do one there and then wrap it around, maybe? I think that should work, and then just a fence there. I think this will make sense. It's very small, so we don't really get much storage space, but this will work for what we're going to put there once we get some terracotta blocks for storage. But yeah, so that looks a little weird, though, because of the way it wraps around. So maybe we should actually get rid of these posts and just see what it would look like without it, which I don't think it would look that bad. Yeah, there we go. Very simple. I feel like I could probably make it look a little bit bigger, but I don't want that to be the main focus. So let's go ahead and say that that's done. And then we're going to get some bricks and play around with the fireplace. Now, this is another example of really weird building. Because that's the whole challenge. That's the theme of today, is really weird building. I want this to look like it was slapped there. The thing about these villages in the snow is they're not meant to look perfect. They're meant to look safe and warm. So we're just going to have this thing going slanted and just going towards the top. That's going to be the best way to do it. So let's just stack these up and just have it in a random pattern. Just make it look extremely thrown together. Nothing special, really. And then climb up with it, because that would make it a lot easier to do. And we'll break these as well. And I want to have it start to curve with the wall here. So we're actually going to do it like that, and then go up and to the side by one more. And just have it kind of have some stairs on the top. This should be rather interesting. I'm making so many crafting benches. This is so bad. All right, stairs should do it. We only need 4. And then if we get an upside down block, that should work. And then just, ooh, that's bad. Do that. And just have it wrap. Man, I cannot talk today. Have it wrapped around. That should be good. There we go. Yeah, that's perfect. So it kind of has that indentation. I think that looks good for a furnace. At least one that's 2 by 2. But now we need to actually add some steps and make it look a little bit more smooth, because right now it's extremely blocky. And I actually, well, I don't know. I think if we add a little bit more weight to this side, it should play out better. Maybe I should actually make that shorter. There we go, a little bit better. And then if we just add some steps here and there and just kind of make it look like it's denting in some way, or at least broken down and not necessarily perfect, that should actually make it look a lot better. So let's go ahead and do that, and then put a corner piece there, have one there and one there. That should work, and that should do it actually. I do like to add a few more pieces like that just kind of make it look broken. I think that just adds a lot to the build, and that should ultimately be our fireplace. Very simple. It just kind of overlaps, but once we actually add the smoke, that'll look really, really cool. Very, very basic. This is a fireplace design I've used a lot, and it doesn't necessarily look great for this angle, but trust me, it will work with the build once we add the snow and all sorts of other decorations. Now I actually would like to add a window of some sorts to show you guys how to do that, because that's going to be pretty much the next to hardest thing, which I didn't bring any glass for that. Oh man, okay. Let me go ahead and cook up some glass. I did bring glass, but not the right color, and get this going. So I will be right back. Alright, we've got a little bit of glass now, and what I'm going to do is go ahead and do the floor here. Now, I think for this project, this is actually going to be my base, which is going to be weird. I have never once lived in a slanted build. I have no idea what to expect out of this. This is not going to work, actually. Maybe this area should probably be one more block up. Or... no, we could probably make that work. That's not that bad of a deal. We could just do some slabs or something, but we're going to place a glass block there, and then a glass block here, maybe? And then one maybe up there could work. It's going to be kind of weird, but that might... I don't know how I feel about that. Maybe actually, let's get rid of that. I'd rather have just a block up here. We'll do a 2. That's going to look weird, but trust me, it will work a little bit better. We can't see out of it, but we'll put our bed and stuff over here. That might make a little bit more sense. But let's actually get out now, and then I want to make a little bit more trap doors. And you know, one thing I want to do in this area is actually build a food source. I've got a cool idea for it as well. I think next episode, we're going to focus on making a pumpkin pie farm. That could be cool. But anyways, let's go ahead and make some buttons as well. I need a few of those. Yeah, okay, cool. There we go. I know in the new update you can actually get spruce buttons, which is good and bad. for crafting, but good for building. Let's stack up here. This is going to be weird as well. Normally what I do for windows is I do one trapdoor on top, but I have to do two in this case. And then one thing that looks a little weird but could work is I feel like boarded up windows may look pretty good in this type of area. So I'm actually going to get two signs and do one on each side of the bottom row of glass. That should actually make it look somewhat decent, just like that. And I can't really put like grass or anything there on the edge, so what I'll do then is just do some buttons on the side of those two blocks. I know what you're thinking, these are very specific and weird decorations, but I've been kind of practicing already, I'm not gonna lie. But take this as a tutorial in that case. But yeah, there we go. Not that bad, but not that great either. I think one thing that we could really do is put cobblestone around the edge to give it some support. I think that would really help. So let's start doing that and just kind of get this going. That should actually make it look a little bit better. So let's slide around here. Yeah, there we go. It makes a little bit more sense now. It's all starting to come together slowly, as you can see. But that's essentially the structure. Outside of that, the only thing we really have to do is just blend it in with the snow and make it look all right, which I really can't say is, you know, there's a specific way to do it. You basically just put snow all over the place, which if we just let it snow, then it would really do that for us. But there are a few tricks you can do. You can get diorite, you can get snow blocks, ice, all that kind of stuff to really make it look frozen. And that is my plan. I would actually like to start adding some ice kind of hanging down from the side, because as you guys know, if you get glass panes and then you do one block hanging down, it actually will kind of resemble a block of hanging ice. And I'll give you an example of that by doing this. Boom, just like that. So it actually looks like a icicle, which we're going to use to our advantage. The only problem is it will actually connect to the edges there, so we have to do this very strategically. But what I'm going to do is hopefully do some sort of montage for this to make it look decent, and just get it all done. That way we can properly end off the episode by touring the building. And now it's starting to look like a gingerbread house. Yeah, so I've added the ice, as you can see. It looks pretty good. It's still not entirely there yet. I think there's a few more things we could do, but given that I've just come over to this area, I don't really have too many resources. There is one thing I did want to do, though, and that's place a little bit of spruce leaves just throughout the place. Just a tad bit, just like that. And then around the front, we're actually going to do a special one. So as you guys know, if you follow my channel, I have a very, very special plant design that's extremely close to my heart, and that is the actual potted plant design here. Oh yeah, we got to do that for every house. That's just a rule at this point. Boom, just like that. So that is that, and then there's one more thing that I did want to do. So as you guys know, in my resource pack, I've got crates. Well, recently I redid that entire system and actually made it a lot cooler. So check this out. I've actually got brown terracotta in this furnace turning into glazed terracotta. However, you see it as storage blocks. That is because of my resource pack. Now, if I grab these blocks here, you'll actually see that if I place them, they're actually different blocks. So they're legitimately storage blocks. So they've got storage barrels, crates, a closed barrel, and then an unnamed kind of unused spot that I just filled with a crate for now. This is thanks to the terracotta's block state. You can actually download my resource pack and my world actually in the description below, and on the episode 100 episode in the description you'll find the world. But yeah, this is a really, really cool technique that I learned and I wanted to use it. But we're actually going to use that to build kind of crates and barrel system over here. I don't really know what order I'd like to do things. I'd probably rather have apples actually showing, although I really would doubt there'd be apples in this area. They'd probably be frozen solid. But we'll just go with it. It adds a nice amount of color and doesn't look too bad. And then there's really no other place that I can put them. But yeah, that is pretty much a fully decorated house. I've just got to add a few other things like, signs and windows and other small things. But like I said, I am just now getting to this area. I don't really have anything, so this is a very raw start. These are my own resources, and I don't really have much more than this. So I think what I'm going to do is in between this episode and next episode, I'm going to work on collecting more resources, and I'm also going to build a few more houses that match this same style and just kind of develop a city plan, because I really don't want to work on this for more than like 3 episodes or so. But that is pretty much what it looks like. I hope you guys like it. I think it looks pretty good. It definitely looks like some sort of Christmas cottage. It's very weird and very messy, but from a distance it looks good. And that was the goal. And that is pretty much going to do it for today's episode, guys. Thank you so much for joining me, and I did want to say thank you so much for the past couple of months. You guys have been really supportive and really just helping me get motivated again. And I'm really excited for 2018. That is going to be our year just as much as 2017 was, but more. But yeah, guys, that is going to do it. I wanted to bring back the comment question of the day and fan art. So next episode, I'll showcase any fan art that you guys send me on Twitter over the next week, or at least my favorites if there's a lot. And then the comment question of the day is, what do you want for Christmas? I'm gonna put some of the comments in the next episode. So yeah, that's gonna do it for today, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you in the next one. My name is System Z. You guys are totally awesome. If you did enjoy, make sure to subscribe. That way you'll be notified of all future uploads and live streams. And that's gonna do it, guys. Thanks for watching.